You guys are probably wondering, why is there a Gunship Gray Lowrider ST sitting in my driveway? We'll get to explaining that on this ride. Alright, let's go ahead and hop on. Put my gloves on first. Alright, so there ended up being a lot more wrong with the Lowrider S than they originally thought. And after a lot of thinking and talking, this was just the smartest idea, was just to get another bike. I wish it didn't have to come to that, but there was just too much stuff going on with that. And then yeah, so after talking to my dad and figuring out what the best course of action to do would be, it was just better to get a new bike, because that one was just gone. It was just a lot more wrong with it. So now I'm on a 2022 Lowrider ST in Gunship Gray. This video is not going to be like a review or a comparison on the bikes. I'll do that in like the next videos. This is just letting you guys know what's going on. So yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna go into too much, but this was just like the best course of action for me. None of this would be possible without my dad, so big shout out to him for helping me out with all this throughout the process of the bike being fixed and then broken, and then helping me out with this. Couldn't have done anything without him, so big thank you to him. You guys are also probably wondering why I got on a Lowrider ST and not a Lowrider S right now. Mainly when we were doing all our thinking, it was just smarter to, what is he doing? It was just smarter for us to get the ST instead, because it already comes pretty much stuck with a bunch of stuff that I wanted to do, sort of. The windshield, the fairing obviously is one of the big things. I was thinking this windshield is going to do a lot more to protect me from the cold wind and weather during the winter than if I would have put the El Diablo fairing on my Lowrider S. So I mean, I was kind of thinking more of that terms too. Like, if I lived somewhere where it was warm year round, I would have just got another Lowrider S, you know. I'm not worried about like the wind buffeting and all that stuff. Like, that doesn't bother me. But what would make it annoying is getting a ton of cold wind during the winter. Wouldn't be too ideal. And this fairing will pretty much ensure that I can ride in even colder weather, and then release some videos for you guys during the winter break, or not winter break, but just whenever it's over, winter season. Another thing, it's not the comparison video, but I just will mention this: the riser setup on this bike is different than the Lowrider S. This has a pullback on it, and it honestly feels a little bit higher, a little taller than on the stock Lowrider S. Like, this is really a lot more comfortable, I'm not even gonna lie. Might not even have to get like a riser set, to be honest. Like, I'm really comfortable right now. Getting a ton of wind protection right now. It's not that cold out right now, it's like 75, but it's just gonna rain today, and then the rest of the week is like 80s. Yeah. The gauge cluster, you know, I always had like, before I ever used it, I always had like some grass. I was like, I prefer the analog, like I still do prefer having like needles on the speedometer and stuff like on RPM gauge, but you know, this is actually not that bad. I'm actually used to it now and I don't mind it. Obviously it's got the bags on it, but I only have those on right now to keep my like registration and stuff on it. I had to order a new phone mount and a bar bag, so I'll be installing that on my bike whenever it gets here. And then I plan on running the bike without the bags on, like unless I need the bags on, you know, so I can have like that Lowrider S look but with like the big front fairing on it. I think that would be cool. That's just me personally. And like I'm not trying to risk scratching the bags or anything like that if I'm not using them, you know. I was planning on like putting them in my closet, wrapping them in a blanket, and then take them out if I like plan on going some like a longer trip and stuff. But no need to like scratch them up or anything, you know. Especially with the gunship gray paint, like that's what I'm not trying to have to pay to get those replaced. I know a lot of you was on like subscribe to the channel for the Lowrider S content, and I know this is a little different because it's the Lowrider ST, but you know, I'm sorry guys. After everything that went on and all the thinking, like I said, this is just the best choice. I really was hoping I'd have that Lowrider S forever, but you know, shit happens. Things don't always go your way, and you just gotta keep going, you know. Not dwell on the past too much, you know. Yeah, so it's pretty much like what I was trying to say, I guess. But yeah, there's the bikes are still getting used to the weight on the front, like when going to slow speed maneuvers, because the fairing does definitely add some weight to the front. You got to get used to, which it's not too bad though. I gotta check how many miles I got on this thing in a second. But got this thing from Patriot Fairfax Harley-Davidson, one of the nicer Harley dealerships I've been to. When I was there, they like took me at the back and they gave me a whole tour of the entire building. Took me to the service areas, talked to the service guys, and they took me into like even further back. They have a ton of Harley-Davidson police motorcycles. Apparently they have a contract to do every government vehicle, like motorcycle vehicle in state of Virginia. They do the state police bikes, the city bikes. They do the Secret Service police bikes for DC, which is actually super cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. And then they took me back there. They have like 12 technicians, and 8 out of the 12 are master techs. So that's pretty cool. They have their own dyno room back there, so if you ever want to get some work done, you don't have, usually some Harley dealerships have to send the bikes out to a different place to get them dynoed, but this place, they got the whole dyno room and everything. They got a massive like area where you go in there and have a seat and just talk to the guys, and they have thousands of books that they can just pull out and then make sure you get everything you're wanting. Like, it's crazy. The guys over there are super cool. Honestly, a great experience. They also have a thing called VIP service. If you sign up for that, pretty much when you want your servicing, you just call 2 weeks early, because it is a really busy service. But they'll come pick up your bike from you at your house, take it to the dealership, get it serviced, and then drop it all back off at your house, all within 24 hours. So no having to drive all the way out there and do all that stuff. I think it's pretty cool. And along with that, it's only like $50 to pay for that whole thing, because I forgot what they said, but it was only like, that's a good deal. Not a big fan of the drive out there, mainly because you got to take I-66, and that road's like a freaking a death road for motorcycles, if I'm gonna be honest. I've seen so many motorcycle crashes on that road, it's not even funny. It's like the worst. Like, I don't like driving on that road. It's sketchy, because people are just crazy on that road. So, but since they have that pickup and stuff, then it's just, we'll be doing that. So yeah, at least I'm glad I could start making content again for you guys. That was like one of the big things that sucked when I didn't have the bike and everything like that. Like I had just started the channel, I had just got all you guys watching and everything. You guys were like hopefully enjoying the content, commenting and stuff like that. It was awesome. And then bike crashes and then no more content. Like crap. I like making videos for you guys. I enjoy making the videos myself. I enjoy riding. It definitely helps with my mental health personally. I'm dead. Look at that baby spoiler on the back of his car. That's hilarious. That's actually pretty funny. Gotta get used to this thing a little bit. Hurting my knuckles, shifting and stuff. But yeah, this windshield, this wind fairing is definitely gonna make riding during the winter a lot better. I can already tell, like right now I'd be having like a ton of wind on me usually, but with this thing we're good. Taking it easy on the bike. Dude was going below the speed limit, and now that I passed him, he wants to like tailgate me and stuff. Like, bro. One thing I wanted to talk about too is like I'm sorry if my riding seems a little bit boring and stuff like that. Like I know I'm not like one of those guys on YouTube that records himself like dragging knees, freaking hitting triple speed, triple digits on the speedometer and stuff like that, just being an all-out hooligan and stuff. Like I'm definitely cannot mess this bike, accidentally do anything to this bike, like, or else there's just no more. But so yeah, if my riding seems a little bit boring, that's why. But I don't mind. I mean, I'm not out here to do all that. I'm out here to just cruise and have a good old time riding. You don't get anything from like speeding by someone, or like, I guess. Like, I guess you look cool for like a second, but then like really nobody gives a crap. And I don't know if they're turning. It's green for them now. Yeah, good thing I waited. Good news, Eagles' first game yesterday. Got the dub against the Detroit Lions. Steelers won against the Bengals. That's my friend's team right there, the Steelers, and I like the Eagles, and both our teams won by 3. My other friend likes the Cowboys, and so does my dad and my sister. Ripped the Cowboys. Dak Prescott got injured. That's tough. But yeah, man, it feels so good to be on a bike like this again. This bike is honestly so freaking comfortable, man. Like I was not expecting it. Like I was expecting the same like ergos as the Lowrider S, and I mean those aren't that uncomfortable. Like it's a way better than like a naked bike or something like that. In terms of like comfort, I could have definitely gone on with that bike for a long time and not done anything to change it. But like this bike from stock, like maybe you get just a little bit more rise on it. I'm not sure. Like even now, like it's just fine. I do have a little bit of bend in my back, but I'm not sure what I could do to fix that. I do like being a little bit hunched over, so you get a little bit more control of your bike, you know. Alright, I think that will be everything for this video though. I'm not trying to make it too long, so hope you guys enjoy this update, and I'll be doing a comparison / review video on the 2 bikes soon. Thanks for watching, and peace.